Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. We're going to take a look into Coti and do some price analysis and have a look at the levels where we could use to our advantage. So we'll take a look at some levels where we could buy, some levels where we could sell, and then probably some accumulation points. And just a general overlook on the market. I mean, if we just take a quick look at Bitcoin, we've had a good lead up pretty much since the 10th of March. It's been a solid month and price has pushed up. We are getting a pullback now on Bitcoin, which is not too severe to be honest. It's pulled back from 48k and we've dropped down to 44k. So it's not a monstrous move, but unfortunately it's taking quite a lot of steam out of the alts. Some altcoins are really starting to rally. But Bitcoin, you could call it a consolidation accumulation area now, is kind of taking a little bit of toll on some altcoins. In terms of Coti, it's not really pulled it back too much and it's looked quite strong to be honest. So let's have a look at this on a weekly time frame first, and then we'll drop down to the daily and have a look at what's going on. So bigger scheme things, if you look from this level here and that level there, that is the uptrend that we're forming. We've had a couple of bounces. Usually 3 bounces is best, but we have 2 bounces and that's the uptrend now. Ever since we rallied up there, retraced. Let's have a look at it in terms of fib, what we did. So from the bottom and we're to the top, we actually lost that 786 level. Usually, if you're looking at a monstrous move up, you usually do a 78% retracement, but it's actually hit all the way down to, 16.8 cent, which is a substantial drop. But we've bounced back up so far, and currently from the lows to the current point of highest returns, we are bounced back 90. Let's call that 100%. We've had a bounce back so far, which isn't too bad. What I want to do first is mark a couple of weekly levels of resistance, and clearly this one here is a level of resistance. If you look at this, we'll just have a bit of a zoom in case you can't see. See there, we rejected off that line, we rejected there again. So usually 2 wicks is the best. I mean, these 2 pretty much got towards the area. You need really at least 3 touches. 2 is okay, but 3 touches is best for levels of resistance. And then if we're moving further up, we'll see if we can get another couple. You can see that as one there. So if you look at that level of resistance, support, resistance. So that's 2 levels of resistance that we need to monitor. And then in terms of, let's see if we can see any levels of support down here. Potentially, potentially not. I think there's one there, so we'll mark it up as well. So if you look at this wick, resistance, resistance, all the way through, support, support, and then that's the level of support back down there. So couple of levels marked out there. We're uptrending from these lows here. Hopefully we can just maintain this pump now and start pushing up. Drop into the daily time frame. Let's put a little bit of a bearish spin on this first and have a look at some levels we could potentially buy. So we've obviously got a level down here which is a major support level at 22 cent. I can't see that. I mean, we're currently up at 30 cent a minute, so I suppose it's not a major drop. And then we've got this trend line support, which could be a potential drop if we did get a major shakeout on the market, and that's down at around 19-20 cent. In terms of Fibonacci's, if we look at the start of the move, which was here, from the bottom to the top, if we are looking for some buys, and we do get a retracement, then what I would consider doing is putting a few orders laddered in. So here, this 28 cent is quite a clear confluent area. If you look at all these wicks that we catch around here, so this is a 382 level here. Look at all these wicks. We've had no closures below that. No closure below, no closure below, all the way through. Level of resistance there. And then that is an area which you could potentially use as a buying opportunity. So currently at 30 cent, I reckon if you're starting to buy this and you're thinking, right, I want to buy some Coti now, I would start at 28 cent and add ladder bids down. Up to you how far you go down. You can go from 28 cent all the way down to 19 cent, but there's a good chance some of these lower ones won't get filled. I think personally that this dip that we're getting across the markets is just a bit of a general pullback, and people taking profits because we've had some major moves from the bottom. Some assets like Zilliqa did a 300-400% rise from the bottom. So it's inevitable that profit taking will happen at some stage, and it's just part of a cycle. Things can't just go up vertically, and we do get pullbacks on the way up, and I will remain bullish on this, on crypto in general. So Coti is looking good. It's not had much of a pullback, to be honest. In terms of EMAs, let's have a quick look at this. So very similar to a lot of our altcoins. If you're looking at this now, this is the EMA 50 and the EMA 20. The 20 is now passing through the 50, which forms a bullish cross. You rarely get these crosses, so the last time we had a bearish cross was back in November of 2021. Prior to that, we had a bullish cross in August. Very similar to most assets. Most assets do look very similar to this. And I'm expecting now that this bullish cross has formed, that we'll really start to see some growth over the course of the next few months and weeks. So I think we're going to start pushing up. Levels that you need to consider to look at start taking profit. What you can do is you can use these extensions on the Fibonacci, or can also use these levels of resistance which are marked up. So the main one here, which is negative 618 level, up at 43 cents, is a weekly level of resistance. So maybe if you're looking to take some profit, buying down at these levels, then I think this could be the first major level where you should look to consider taking profit. We've had 2 taps on this level of resistance so far, so maybe once we pull back and then push up, third time lucky, we will break through and we'll start to see some growth to the upside. I also want to mark up the all-time high, which I do believe is at 69 cents. I mean, how much data we got on this chart? Back to 2020. You would expect it's at all-time highs. I mean, Binance, I'm not too sure how old this asset is, so if it's on some other charts, forgive me. But we'll use this as the all-time high so far. That's up at 69 cents. A fair old way to go, but it will hit that. It will hit that target, and it will go higher. So that's levels to buy, levels to sell, and then above that, we need to really consider price predictions and where we think the price is going to go. For this, we can use Fibonacci from the top of a move all the way to the bottom, and then this does give you some extensions above. So if you're looking for some major long-term take profit regions, you can use these extensions. I think $1 will be a tough level to get through. Everybody wants $1 who buys in assets down here. Think, right, I'm going to buy it now, sell at $1. Everybody thinks that. It usually rejects around 98, 97 cents. Third, fourth time lucky it might blast through if the fundamentals are still strong. But use those levels there. You got 136, 154, 196 and $1. A long way off these levels, but they could be potential levels that you're looking to use to your advantage to take profit. RSI touched that overbought territory. The grey box there signals that it's slightly overcooked and there's too many buys coming in. And then vice versa, the green box down here is oversold, and usually it's a good time to buy when it is oversold. I mean, if you bought down here, look at the RSI back in July 2021, it was touching towards that oversold territory, and then look where it was from there to there. We actually saw some significant gains. Wrong tool, 2 seconds, let me get rid of that. So if you look at that, when the RSI was at the bottom and it went all the way up to the all-time highs at 696%, and then obviously overcooked drop. So you can use that RSI to your advantage as well. But it is slightly overcooked, and you would expect that we're going to come down and fill some orders down at this 28 cent region. But that is going to do it for today. Just some quick fire analysis on Coti in the USDT pairing. Maybe next time we will cover the Satoshi pairs if there is a Bitcoin pair. But for today, that's going to be it. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.